I'm Gary Wellings, Chief Editor of The Current and The Daily Drift. With today's internet environment, it's easy to get information overload. The best way to process this information and cut through the internet chatter is to get your news delivered in a concise and effective manner. Get the news you need to know at thedailydrift.com. Check out The Daily Drift, one of the fastest growing websites around. At The Daily Drift, I find the local, state, national, and international stories you won't get from the mainstream media, and I make it easy for you to link to them. You'll also get original common sense opinions from local writers. You can even get a free subscription that will deliver a link to your email inbox every day for free. You'll also get instant access to all archived podcasts of the Drift Radio Show and links to the best articles, opinions, and websites. Go to www.thedailydrift.com. That's the news you'll need to know at thedailydrift.com.
Get ready to rake in the riches. It's Firekeepers Fall into Fortune giveaway Saturday, September 24th. We're giving away $300,000 in prizes with 15 winners guaranteed. Every 2 hours, it's a bigger windfall of cash and red-hot credits. Starting at 2 p.m., 5 players will each win $5,000 in prizes. At 4 p.m., 4 will win $15,000. At 6, 3 will win $30,000 in cash and prizes. At 8, 2 will win $40,000. Then at 10 p.m., 1 lucky player will win cash and prizes worth $50,000. Ka-ching! Earn entries every day. Then be here September 24th. The $300,000 Fall into Fortune giveaway is only at Firekeepers. Get ready, get set, get your Vegas on. I-94 to exit 104 in Battle Creek. FirekeepersCasino.com. Management reserves all rights.
Brooks Cushman is a nationally recognized full-service intellectual property law firm that helps their clients thrive by applying the right resources, right technical expertise, and right costs for all clients. Whether you need help with a patent, trademark, or litigation matter, at Brooks Cushman, the attorneys are responsive and accommodating to their clients' needs. Brooks Cushman has offices in Southfield, Michigan, and Los Angeles, California. You can visit them at www.brookscushman.com. That's Cushman with a K. Again, that's www.brookscushman.com. Cushman with a K. Or at 248-358-4400. Again, 248-358-4400. Protect your idea the right way with Brooks Cushman.
And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to catch our drift here at Wham Talk 1600. And again tonight at rednationrising.us. So check us out online at podcast if you missed the show live. And let's start out with taking a call from Joe from Wyandotte. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, good to be on with you. You mentioned 9/11, and I just wanted to say not only have people forgotten, the Democrat Party, not in addition to being coddlers of criminals, are now coddlers of terrorists and outright aiding and abetting our enemies. They've learned nothing from history. Neville Chamberlain in trying to appease people who want you dead if you do not conform and agree with them 100%. They learned nothing from Bill and Hillary Clinton's North Korean fiasco and repeated it under a blunder and Hillary Clinton with Iran in an even worse deal of concessions, which will give them nukes just like they did to North Korea.
Right. Yeah, it's a total lack of common sense, and you're right, Joe. This is where the United States, or maybe not the United States, because there are people like you and I and Ed who, and we all know this. We all know what happened on 9/11, and we're not the ones that are making the stupid decisions to allow jihad to come to this country. Call it soft jihad, call it hard jihad, whatever is happening here, when we turn our back and allow Islam in all its forms to be welcomed here, that's on us. It's our cultural way of life that's going to end if we continue this path.
Other than a thermonuclear threat to the United States, what's the problem, Joe? I don't.
And that may become a realistic threat soon in the form of a dirty bomb, anyway.
Yeah, that is so true, Joe, because it could happen at any time, at anywhere. I mean, we're always willing to have that come in and happen. You know what I mean? There is already radioactive material missing around the world. How do we know it's not already come across the southern border, right?
Yeah, there was a good film years ago in the Clancy Jack Ryan series.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was Ben Affleck and not Harrison Ford in The Sum of All Fears.
Yep.
Which dealt with a nuclear attack at a football game to get the president. Of course, they dug up the old Nazi enemies, but that movie could and should have been made about Islamists, but they wanted to try to, be a little more politically correct and dance around the issue.
Yeah, well, and you want to talk, it's the same with when they did the remake of Red Dawn, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of making it with the Chinese, which would have been probably the more appropriate adversary, they pushed it on to the North Koreans. Like, come on, that was realistic by any stretch of the imagination.
Hey, Joe, you're the movie guy. Unfortunately, once again, unfortunate choice of hero actor, but Clooney and The Peacekeeper. Was it Peacekeeper? The one about the dirty bomb that was going to be put into New York and the attempts to stop that?
Yeah, I'm actually not familiar with that.
That's a good one. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm watching Clooney the whole time.
Well, it'll be life imitating art because you know what? Even our last DHS secretary, I can't remember his name, was talking with Jay Johnson. They both agreed this week, and we put it on the Daily Drift that, you know what, we expect another attack here on American soil before too long. It's coming.
But you were right about Red Dawn. That was filmed some in the Detroit area, a lot in the Pontiac, Michigan area, and it was the Chinese. But when MGM picked it up, they digitally altered the flags and symbols to be the North Koreans.
Yep. Yeah, because they bowed to the pressure of the Chinese. And it's like, come on. Number one, it's a movie, folks. It's a movie. Get over it. It's just fiction. If your feelings are hurt by it, well, make your own movie and do it differently.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Chinese probably worry about us invading them. It would never happen. That's the uniqueness of the United States of America. We're not out to invade.
Of us pushing them back to their former reign of influence.
Well, there you go. That's a possibility. What else you got, Joe? Anything?
I'm not a big fan of Seth Rogen, but remember the movie The Interview?
Yep.
It was a crappy movie. I did see it. It ended up getting a lot more money than it would have had it just gone into theaters unopposed.
Right.
Because they took on the North Koreans.
But I did laugh
for that.
Yeah, I laughed. It was a bellyache, and my head hurt after watching that movie. I laughed so hard. If you haven't seen The Interview, you gotta go see it.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It was worth seeing. It was a good laugh. What else you got, Joe? Anything before our hard break here?
Oh, no, that was kind of it. But if we're on movies, Don't Breathe was filmed in Michigan. We talked about that with Kupke earlier. Very good movie. Support films done in Michigan. And, of course, Sully, Clint Eastwood film. Very good.
Good. Well, we'll have to check that out. All right. Well, thanks, Joe, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Take care, my friend.
You too. All right. When we come back, we're going to get into our Hillary Clinton beating up action that we're in that I love to do. So we'll see you on the other side of the break.
People are always on the move, driving to work, hauling the kids to practice. How do they keep up to date? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for intelligent conversation with hosts like Joe Pags, Glenn Beck, Fayrone X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business on Wham Talk 1600 and whamradio.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The Trump campaign blasting Hillary Clinton after she called half of his supporters a basket of deplorables.
Hillary, they are not a basket of anything. They are Americans, and they deserve your respect.
GOP vice presidential candidate Mike Pence during the Values Voter Summit. Clinton saying she was grossly generalistic and regrets saying half, and that it is deplorable Trump hired a major advocate of the so-called alt-right movement to run his campaign. The man who tried to assassinate President Reagan permanently released from a D.C. mental hospital.
More than 35 years after the shooting, John Hinckley will start living with his mother in a gated community in Williamsburg, Virginia. He will have to abide by strict rules and work or volunteer at least 3 days a week.
Fox's Leland Bittard, Fox News. We report, you decide.
This is Mark with Ashelman Equipment. Need help with your property maintenance? Ashelman Equipment has LS tractor loaders ready to go. Power steering and hydro transmissions make driving fun and easy for the whole family. Want to stay out of the weather? Cab tractors with heat and AC in stock. Buckets, forks, snow blades are changed with just a pull of a lever. LS Tractor is the highest quality tractor in the U.S. and #1 in customer satisfaction, awarded by EDA for 2015 and again in 2016. Highest quality, more features standard, 5-year warranty, free loader, and 1.59% financing qualifying. Ashelman Equipment in Whitmore Lake is at exit 50 on US 23, just north of Ann Arbor. Call 734-994-6000. That's 734-994-6000.
The Mule Skinner Boot Shop in beautiful downtown Chelsea has moved. Yes, moved, but just across the street and 1 block north to 112 North Main Street. Still in beautiful downtown Chelsea, but with more of everything. More boots, more hats, more belts, and more Western jewelry. More Western boots from Lucchese, Justin, Nocona, and Tony Lama. More work boots from Double H. And a complete line of boots from Corral. Women's boots, too. More hats from Resistol and Stetson. And more custom handmade belts from the Mule himself. And remember, the Mule Skinner carries all your concealment requirements. So come to the new Mule Skinner Boot Shop, still in beautiful downtown Chelsea, still with all your favorite traditional Western wear, but now with an even bigger selection of Western boots from your favorite makers. Now 1 block north at 112 North Main Street. That's Bill Kahn's Mule Skinner Boot Shop, your home for the best selection of the best in traditional Western boots, now in the new store at 112 North Main in beautiful downtown Chelsea. Western hospitality to you, Mule Skinner style.
Remember when life was simpler? When people just greeted you with a smile and knew you by name? We do. Hi, this is Jeffrey Ember, president of Ember Wealth Advisors. As the world around us has sped up, we've managed to keep things simple, providing easy-to-understand financial strategies for the road ahead. From investments to predictable retirement income strategies that you cannot outlive, to a well-diversified and actively managed portfolio, we are by your side for the journey. At Ember Wealth Advisors, we will help you build and maintain your retirement plan that is designed to keep together what you've worked so hard to put together. Call Ember Wealth Advisors today at 734-769-1719 for your no-strings-attached complimentary retirement consultation and portfolio review. That's 734-769-1719.
These comments are of a general nature and are not designed to address the specific needs of any individual listener. Investment advisory services are provided through Capital Asset Advisory Services, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
And welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to Catch Our Drift. Joining me in studio, Ed Bondarenka.
Hey, howdy.
You may know him as Ipsy Ed, but hey, let's take care of a little business. the Emergency Expo, since 9/11 is tomorrow, the anniversary, be prepared for emergencies in your home by going to the Emergency Expo in Howell, and it's going to be at the Livingston County Public Safety Complex in Howell, Michigan. That's 1911 Tooley Road, next to the Livingston County Airport. So check it out. You can go to readylivingston.com.